What's good, everybody? It's your boy D Nice from I2G Radio, back at it with another review. Today we are reviewing the new Drake album entitled All the Dogs that just dropped here actually yesterday, the 6th of October. Listened to it a couple of times now. I've seen people really dragging this album on the internet. Of course, now people, as you know, Joe Budden gave his kind of blistering review of the album as well on his podcast. And I'm kind of a little bit torn 50-50 on it. I'm not saying by any means it's a classic. It's definitely one of Drake's weaker albums. But it's definitely much different than what I expected. I can definitely see people's thought process on thinking this is a bit more of a weaker project. It is weaker than a lot of his, On the Six or some of his albums that he's had previously that have dropped. But definitely, I did like a lot of the production and the beats, but lyrically, Drake is kind of versatile. He'll do the kind of singing R&B tracks. I've called him, this generation's Missy Elliott, but a much more lyrical Missy Elliott. Even the, kind of the R&B tracks or the singing tracks on here just weren't up to par with a lot of the banging singles that he's had in the past. I've always, with the Drake album, kind of had a mixed bag and have liked, maybe, 5 to 6 tracks per album. Really as a whole, with the whole project, when I do listen to them, I kind of have taken that route either way, where, there's, 5 or 6 tracks where I'm like, okay, this is really good material, and kind of the rest kind of gets a little monotone. But this album really kind of seemed front to back to me, kind of just, I don't know, something was definitely missing from it. It's got a lot of tracks where there's lyrics, there's originality, and the full effort is just not there, but lyrically, at times where it's on point, then it will kind of just dip and it will just be average. Then there's some really dope beats on here, but it switches or it takes too long to start. But a lot of misses, definitely. I've listened to it 2 or 3 times. It's kind of grown on me a little bit, but still, it's just kind of it's not completely trash. It's not bad, but it's definitely not up to the standard of what we've heard from other Drake albums. As far as my favorite tracks so far in listening to the project, 8 a.m. in Charlotte, definitely am feeling that track. I like the Virginia Beach track. 7969 Santa, another dope verse from J. Cole, a feature from J. Cole on that. Away from Home, and a few other tracks. Again, I'm still on probably about the third listen on this album. But just a handful of tracks really kind of that stand out from this project. The rest has been, again, kind of average for me. Nothing that really sticks out on it. I would have preferred maybe a 10 to 12 track album, something a little bit shorter, with those tracks that I've highlighted. They all have kind of their own unique sound. It would have kind of helped it out, but when you have, 15 to 20 or 25 tracks, can kind of get lost in the sauce, especially with a project like this where everything is kind of good to average. So I would say out of 5, I would currently give this album maybe a 2.75. It's kind of right on the fringe of like a 3. Again, it's just after a couple of listens, just extremely average. That's kind of the main theme that I had from coming from this album. Maybe we'll try to listen to it again, but again, after the 3rd listen, I'm not really too motivated or moved by too many of the tracks here on the project. Again, about 4 to 5 tracks on the album I'm really feeling. So the site, www.illuminati2g.com. We do have a I2G Radio podcast that's coming up here that will be dropping tomorrow. We've got an interview that will be posted on that podcast, as well as new music that will be playing as well. Also, I'd like to get drop your comments in the comment section as well here on YouTube. It's at I2G Hip Hop. Your thoughts on the album. Also, love to know your thoughts on Joe Budden's comments. I may do a hip hop short regarding that because it kind of is deeper than rap and everything that's been going on with that. So definitely, would love to get your comments and thoughts on the album if you guys have any. Again, for me, it's just it's really an average album. I would kind of like to see Drake kind of take a break for a bit. Maybe hone in on something a little bit more topic wise as far as with hip hop. Just kind of take a break, maybe recharge. He's had a great run. I'm not saying he needs to retire, but this album just kind of felt like maybe he was kind of running out of things to say, or maybe this project was a little bit rushed. But again, this is Drake for All the Dogs. I gave it about a 2.75 out of 5. Again, listened to it about 3 times, but production is solid, but again, lyrically, it just left a lot to be desired for me. So, D-Nice, I2G Radio, signing off. Peace.